For decades, building digital products relied on a rigid, sequential assembly line. You had a product manager write a spec, a designer create a mock-up, and a developer write code. Each specialist lived in their own silo. That pipeline is collapsing. A designer at Jane Street, one of the world's largest quantitative trading firms, recently documented how he stopped using traditional design tools entirely. By iterating back and forth directly with an AI model, he now ships production-ready features containing over 2,000 lines of code. Because AI iterations cost practically nothing, the designer can change his mind 50 times without bothering an engineering team. The traditional process of writing a specification, handing it off to developers, and waiting for review stops making economic sense. When a single person can move instantly from a concept to a functional product, keeping a massive corporate production hierarchy intact becomes an expensive liability. A finance software engineer with 10 years of experience recently sparked a massive debate online, pointing out that deep domain knowledge, complex debugging, and architectural taste are all losing their market value at the exact same time. He noted that current AI models can achieve a 90% one-shot resolution rate on complex distributed system bugs. These are corner cases that used to require a senior developer working for days to manually track down. This triggers what economists call the specialist to generalist trap. When deep specialized knowledge, like credit card compliance standards, becomes something anyone can query from a language model, highly paid specialists suddenly find themselves competing as generalists. Years of specialized training no longer offer a competitive advantage if the exact same knowledge can be instantly generated from a prompt. While traditional specialized teams shrink, the baseline output capacity of the individual worker is expanding rapidly to fill the void. A solo developer recently released a project called Soluris, a completely functional web viewer for Word, Excel, and PowerPoint files. They built the custom parsers, the rendering pipeline, and bindings for 6 different user interface frameworks entirely through conversation with an AI. Building cross-platform software used to require an entire engineering department. Now, a single developer can architect and deploy complete enterprise-grade systems alone. The major tech platforms are already shifting to capitalize on this massive spike in individual output. Going into his final WWDC keynote, Tim Cook is positioning Apple as the distribution layer for the entire AI industry. The upcoming iOS 27 introduces a new extension system. It lets iPhone users freely swap whether ChatGPT, Google Gemini, or Anthropic's Claude powers their daily tasks. Getting the default slot on 2 billion active devices comes at a steep price. Google is paying approximately $1 billion per year just to be the initial AI brain inside Siri. By letting users easily toggle between providers, Apple strips away brand loyalty and forces the top AI labs to compete fiercely for ecosystem placement. Controlling the distribution network is proving to be a far more lucrative and durable business model than actually building the artificial intelligence. But actually running those models is generating a severe financial strain. At Uber, 95% of engineers are using AI tools monthly, burning through the company's entire 2026 AI budget in just 4 months. Skyrocketing monthly compute costs are a major problem, as massive cloud spending isn't matching the features shipped to users. Researchers are bypassing these fees by moving to edge AI, shrinking models to run directly on your phone, cutting out the server farm completely. Shifting intelligence from the cloud to local devices is an economic necessity to keep these systems financially viable. The sheer cost and scale of artificial intelligence has drawn the attention of the state. Lawmakers now agree that the U.S. government should hold direct equity stakes in private AI companies to secure national infrastructure. Senator Bernie Sanders has proposed the American AI Sovereign Wealth Fund Act. The bill targets frontier labs like OpenAI and Anthropic with a 50% stock tax to create a national wealth fund with board voting rights. President Trump publicly endorsed the core concept of federal ownership after OpenAI CEO Sam Altman pitched him on a negotiated, voluntary equity arrangement. Some companies are already embedding themselves into the federal system. Elon Musk's xAI just secured a government-wide contract, offering their Grok 4 model for just 42 cents per agency, aggressively prioritizing federal distribution over immediate profit. Artificial intelligence operates as the foundational infrastructure of the modern economy. The fight to control it has officially left the hands of software developers, becoming a direct battleground for sovereign nations.